Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Stupendous Wave, and in this video we'll be talking about a theory that is really out there, but I still think that it might be an interesting thought to entertain no matter how unlikely this is. But will Darth Maul appear in Star Wars Episode 7? Right away, I just want to say 99.9% says no. I don't think that he will appear, but like I said earlier, it's just really interesting to speculate on this stuff, even if the stuff is really out there, just to entertain these theories, and at least hopefully it makes for an interesting video if it actually doesn't end up happening, which it most likely won't. So, will Darth Maul appear in Star Wars Episode 7, and if he does, what does that mean? Now, right off the bat, I think that this would be pretty interesting, because Darth Maul, he was in Episode 1, which in the time span of the whole thing, it would just be very, very interesting to see the Sith that appeared in Episode 1 also appear in Episode 7. That would just be really, really interesting to me. Also, something that a lot of people haven't been talking about, like this has been brought up before, Darth Maul possibly returning for Episode 7, but he would be really, really old right now. Like, the Force will have sustained him. Like, it's completely possible that he could be alive in this in the time period right now, because of course his story hasn't been resolved since the Clone Wars. For those of you that don't know, at the end of the Clone Wars, the last time we saw Darth Maul is Darth Sidious said that he wasn't going to kill him, that he was going to use him for something else, and then since the Clone Wars TV show was cancelled, we haven't really got a resolution to that story point that was brought up. So I was thinking maybe Sidious had kept him locked away, and he's almost like a last resort to Sidious, almost his other secret apprentice besides Darth Vader, although Darth Vader would clearly be the better apprentice and is the better apprentice. But maybe Darth Maul is more of an assassin and almost a legend in the time period of the original trilogy. That's why we don't really hear a lot about him. Maybe he's sent out very sparingly to take out little small groups of rebels and stuff like that. I think that might be interesting. And then of course, with the destruction of Death Star 2 and the Emperor and Darth Vader, Darth Maul would be free to his own devices, and that would be very, very interesting. He may be pulling some strings behind the scenes in Star Wars Episode 7, although I think that's unlikely as well, and I don't see him as the main antagonist. Of course, as we know of right now, Supreme Leader Snoke is the man pulling the strings. He's kind of, or alien pulling the strings, because he's kind of taking on the Emperor role, and then Kylo Ren is taking on the Vader role. But I'm just saying, maybe they're still utilizing Darth Maul as an assassin, although he would be very, very old now, and maybe not even an assassin. Maybe they're just utilizing him as almost an informant, someone who's going to kind of advise them. I think that would be very interesting, although I do think that we will eventually see this Darth Maul storyline that was brought up resolved, although I don't think it will be done on the movie screen, unless of course we have the rumored Kenobi movie, although that slate of movies that was released, the supposedly leaked image, has now been proven to be fake. But I really, really got excited when I saw that image of Kenobi, and then of course if they did make a Kenobi movie, Darth Maul would be the perfect antagonist to come back and try and kill Luke Skywalker, or not even know about Luke Skywalker and learn about him, kind of going down to hunt down Kenobi, because we know that before he was captured by the Emperor, that was really his main goal after he took over Mandalore. But if his story will be resolved on any platform, I believe it will be solved in television, in the Rebels TV show. It's just my personal opinion that I do think Darth Maul will be showing up there pretty soon, and I'm very excited about that. So anyway, leave your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. How do you guys feel about Darth Maul returning for Episode 7, or possibly a Kenobi movie, or even in Rebels? Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and have a great day.